AITA for refusing to get a job and pay rent at my parents' house? I had my 18th birthday 3 days ago. On the day after my birthday, my stepdad told me he wants me to start paying rent to live in his house. My stepdad is quite Christian and conservative. I don't accept to live rent-free forever, but I know my stepdad is coming from a spiteful place. He and my mom have 2 kids in 9 years of marriage. I'm not his own, and it's clear I'm a reminder that his wife was a non-virgin divorced woman before him, so of course I'm being treated like a guest, and my mom is allowing it because she thinks the sun shines out of his ass. He doesn't need my money to pay rent. Plus I don't have much and he wants £100 per month. We still have lots of time for this, but I bet his own kids won't be paying rent while they're in school. My A-level exams. UK school system. Start mid-April and last up to July. I'm doing STEM subjects and I'm hoping to fulfill my offer for a medicine course at a good university. I'm aiming for AAA, which will take a lot of studying. And if I have to get a job, it will be difficult to maintain that level of studying that I need to do. I'm literally moving out in September. IDK if the university finances differ in the USA and this platform is predominantly American. So in the UK, uni is funded by loans. And these loans cover everything and are 100% my responsibility, and my parents won't be financing anything. So it honestly just feels vindictive. And it's not like I'm unproductive. I'm trying to save the money I had left from my last job for when I move out too, and paying my step dad £800 when he doesn't need it feels spiteful and like he's punishing me and making my life harder for being born. Basically my aunt, Mum's sister, who isn't fond of him, said he's being ridiculous and told me to come live with her. Her house is an hour away, but my school is in the middle. 30 minutes each way, if that makes sense. She said she has a guest room free so I can save my money for uni. This benefits me most, so I took her up on the offer. My mother keeps crying that I'm leaving already. So my stepdad is annoyed. We got into an argument where he said he's just treating me like a tenant to prepare me for the real world. So I said, do tenants not have the right to leave? Which annoyed him further. My stepdad says I am hurting my mother and taking resources from my aunt because I am too entitled to pay rent. This is just what's best for me. I said I'd visit. AITA? NTA, you're legally an adult now. If you want to move into your aunt's house to save up for uni, that's your choice. Your mom and stepdad don't really have the right to stop you. Also, it sounds like the right situation for you. NTA. You're not the one upsetting your mom. Your stepdad is. You're just being pragmatic and finding a solution to the problem he caused. He's a jerk for making you pay rent when you're still at college. A-levels are brutal. Your mom is a jerk for letting him treat you badly. And then being upset when you find a solution. Try not to fall out with your family. But ultimately you've got to do what's best for you and your long-term goals. NTA. Actions meet consequences. Your stepdad tried to flex on you. And his power play backfired. Your mother may be crying, but she let him do it. That house is half hers. And so is the decision to charge you rent. She is not blameless here. Your aunt's resources are none of your stepdad's feeing business. Up. Move out without another guilt pang. Okay? Work hard to crush your exams. And be super considerate and make yourself very useful in your aunt's household. Shovel the walk. Do dishes. Walk the dog. Whatever is needed, and if you don't know, ask. Please don't come back to this house to visit if your stepdad is home. Ever. Your mom can darn well find her way to your aunt's house without Mr. Flex on her arm. God bless your aunt for sheltering you from stepdad and his nonsense. And don't feel obliged to invite him to your graduations either. NTA. Your mother cries while she enables his behavior. Get out of there and build a better life for yourself. Good luck. NTA. You're not hurting your mother, but he is, because he made you leave because of his rules. So he is the one responsible for this. Don't ever feel bad for making the best choice for your future. If after you told them you would leave, their only reaction is blaming you instead of proposing to not make you pay rent, says a lot about how much they care about keeping you there. Absolutely NTA. And I wish I had an award to give you for, do tenants not have the right to leave? I'm sorry you have to deal with this situation, but congratulations on figuring out a solution. You're handling this beautifully. Best of luck with school. NTA. Sure, you're 18, but there's no need to charge you rent. You have options to go elsewhere so you can live rent-free and focus on your studies. You're doing what's in your best interest while leaving a step-parent with a chip on their shoulder. NTA. You are 18. You are an adult and you will in life make decision that doesn't please everyone. And what you are asking is one of them. Simply, you don't want to pay rent to your stepdad. It's ridiculous he is charging you rent, since technically you are still at school, college, doing A levels, so you're not working full-time to earn a salary to pay him. You take up your aunt's kind offer and move into her house. Both your mom and stepdad are laying on the guilt, angry at you because you essentially are making a decision that is beneficial to you. You plan to study medicine. It's hardcore and you need an environment where you can knuckle down and focus. And this nonsense with your stepdad is a distraction. Move. Visit your mom as you promised. And disregard what your stepdads say. Put all your attention on your degree, cause you will need it. I have friends who are GPS and doctors, and the 7 years of studying was tough, and you need to focus on that. I mean your NTA for deciding to move out. The proposition was if you live at home, get a job, pay rent. And you got an offer to be able to live somewhere rent-free. As an adult, it was your choice in what you wanted to do. NTA. Your stepdad is hurting you, and by doing so, he is the one hurting your mother. Keep telling him that. Tell your mother as well. She married an asshole. You are being charged rent while you are still in school? I'm horrified. Absolutely horrified. It doesn't matter that you are 18. You are still required, by necessity for graduation, to be in school. You are no different than a 17-year-old then here. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8 ESV. But if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. I'll probably get knocked for this. But FYI, this comment is coming from a fellow traditional Christian parent. NTA. Stepdad is power tripping. Much like a real landlord. He doesn't like that you're taking an option that he didn't offer. If you really want to twist the knife, tell him you won't be paying rent, and if he has an issue with that, he can file proper eviction procedures. NTA. But he is. Unfortunately, your mom is allowing him to be the way he is being toward a hard-working kid. Now is not the time to be charging rent. I could see if you graduated from the university and came home with no job prospects and expected to live rent-free, that would be a different story, but you are technically still there. Responsibility if you are a college student. I think you need a peaceful place to be while you study, and if that is your aunt's house, then don't walk, run. Dude, if you're in the UK and still in full-time education, then they're still getting child benefit. For you, I'd see if you can get that transferred over to your aunt or yourself. NTA. What a ridiculous power move. My kids turned 18 before going to uni. US here. Of course we'd call it college. And I didn't charge them rent. I might when my oldest, now 21, graduates from university if oldest ends up living at home. But that's a totally different situation. Your stepdad is completely unreasonable. And you're perfectly entitled to move out if he insists on charging you rent. Good on your aunt for taking you in. NTA. Good for you. And tell your mom to stop crying. Tell her that if she actually protected you like a mother instead of letting her husband treat you in such an awful way, you wouldn't be leaving. Tell her she chose unwisely to marry a man who so clearly finds her child so distasteful. Tell her that while you're in school it's utterly absurd to be asking you for rent money, and if she can't see that, then she needs to start addressing where she went wrong to allow her husband to drive you away. NTA. He sounds aggressive and hostile. Go do what you gotta do. You have every right to make this choice for yourself. NTA. And send this thread to your mother. NTA. Your stepfather is a complete oaf for saying you need to get a job and pay rent whilst still in full-time education. Don't know why your mom is crying. She is partly to blame for not standing up for you and telling your stepfather you won't be paying anything.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.